Hello, my name is Jason, and as I promised earlier in my previous video, I'll be back, and I am. And I'm happy to come to your home, and I thank you for inviting me to your home as well, as I'm having this opportunity to have a class with you. Today we are going to talk about extreme weather patterns. Now, as you can see, extreme weather patterns, they are always constantly a big problem for people who experience it and for the environment, industry as well, but more for industry that people build and create, and it gets damaged by certain element of nature that we will today discuss in depth. Now, number one, long dry spells, such as drought in a lack of rain, cause water shortages and parched crops. Now, parched crops is a big problem. Number one, parched crops is the crops that don't get enough water. Like you would see the plants, there is no water in there and they die. So that's what it means. Next one, there have always been episodes or occurrences of extreme weather, but now it seems likely that the increase in freak events, something that is preternatural, something is out of ordinary that happens. Extreme freak events all around the world is due to climate change. Now, climate change, again, as I said earlier in my previous video, that climate change occurs because of chemical elements that are spewed into the environment from factories. Now, that changes everything very much. As you can see, in this slide that we have is very thing that I'm talking about. Now, let's start with thunderstorms. Thunder clouds form in hot, humid weather and bring heavy rain, hail, lightning, and thunder. Now, what can normally happen when this occurs? Now, people get scared, of course. I don't like thunder, and I'm sure you don't like it either. Now, it's scary. Wow, you're shocked. So, that means the lightning can set fire to some things, or even cause power outage for all I know. Now, that's another one, monsoon. Now, these torrential rains that last for weeks are just seasonal weather in subtropical regions. Now, unfortunately, subtropical regions that experience monsoon suffer a lot of flooding. And floods like this one, which brings me to my next stage, is too much rain in short territory. Now, let's imagine 1 week worth of rain comes down in 1 hour. I mean, imagine what kind of devastation it's going to bring to the land that experiences it. Now, next one, tornado. These twisting columns of wind can flatten houses and pick up vehicles. And it serves as like a funnel, like it's a vacuum cleaner. It sucks things up and throws them up anywhere it lands. So Oklahoma, one of the American states that experiences tornadoes, and a lot of people suffer from it, and it causes great devastation to families and everything else, and so on. Hurricanes, it's typical, maybe Ukraine as well, but in the United States, hurricanes like Ivan in Florida, for example, it's a typical thing that happens normally. And the Earth's most powerful weather system brings huge winds and rain. Now, mostly it's wind and rain together. Sometimes it's water, sometimes it's wind, or sometimes it's together. It's even worse. Especially countries that are located close to the oceans. Now, in Florida, for example, it's a big problem because the wind that whips up the water and the water lashes over the shore and it envelops everything around them. Now, to make sure it doesn't happen, it also is important to understand that the best way